I'm Dan, and I was all ready for you to introduce me, and then I was going to introduce you, and then you Welcome to Deaf and Dumb. Sitting across from me is Dudley. No, I'm done. I've moved on.
Oh, come on.
And sitting across from me is Dan, who's inconsistent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you didn't seem to like it.
I was ready for it. I was ready for it. Okay, he's going to introduce me, and then I will introduce him, and then,
Maybe we should have discussed this before we started recording.
Yeah, that would do. But
like a little bit of preparation.
But we'd have to talk to each other, and we don't like that.
We don't talk to each other outside of
this
this room.
We spend an hour talking to each other a week. What more do we need?
That's plenty.
That's plenty for me.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to talk about.
Well, if we talk to each other outside of this, then, maybe we won't have enough to talk about during it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How was your week?
It was good.
Yeah. You've been playing some games?
I've been playing some games, yes.
Some games.
Not a lot of video games.
Not a lot of video games? Video games?
Not
video games?
Mostly board games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Earlier this week, we went over to Gary's.
Yeah.
You and
our
him,
good friend Gary.
You and Gary.
Yes.
Played the Guildball.
Yes, we played a match of Guildball.
Oh.
It was the same team I ran against you last week.
And how did it go?
It was my captain Scalpel, and Vile Swarm, and Veteran Graves, Cosset, Brainpan Memory,
yes.
And
how did it go?
Bonesaw.
How did it
and that was my team. It's a solid team. It's a footballers team. And I played against Gary's Farmers, the box that you can get.
Yes.
Right now, the full the plastic box, the already assembled, comes with tokens and everything.
Look good.
Yeah,
and very good.
For $50 you can get it.
Yeah.
Next month it's the blacksmith, which I will probably be getting.
And did you win?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't like the farmers.
Okay.
This is the second time I've played against them.
Yes.
And it is also the second time that I have scored no points.
No point. Therefore, you...
I did not score any points.
Oh, you lost then, okay. Is what I'm trying to get you
I
to
think
say.
I learned that... what I did do is learn that I should stop Wendell.
Yes.
There's a big guy on the farmer's team named Wendell.
Team is like where all the power is.
I realized halfway through what I had learned in the last game is you have to do something to disable Wendell. Either knock him down if you can, or push him away because he has short movement.
Yeah.
But don't let Wendell come at you because Wendell kills things really easily.
Wendell will fuck you up.
Yep. Wendell will royally fuck you up.
Yeah.
And and I knew that I learned this the hard way in the last game I played against him, and then it's been long enough that I've forgotten.
Did not
and
stick.
I remember seeing, as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, that guy's kind of mean, but I kind of didn't really fully grasp how mean he was until he killed one of my guys, and then he later killed another one.
Yeah.
And by the time he was beating up on my second one, I realized, okay, I have to do something about Wendell.
It took the second one to read
well, so now I know.
Oh.
Well, and I had guys who could basically shove people around.
Yeah.
And I had 3 characters who could make the enemies move. So I had Cosset, who can do lure and draw someone toward her. I had Scalpel, who can do her puppet string net thing where she basically jumps in the middle of a group and pulls everyone toward her. And I had Bonesaw, who can push everyone away from him. And so I was like, okay, all I have to do is use one of them and shove him away from all my guys, and he'll be too far away to do anything, which is a good plan. Except by the time I realized it, I didn't have him quite positioned well enough to do that. So I thought, I can jump Bonesaw in, shove him away, and then he will be too far away to do me too much damage.
Yeah.
But Bonesaw was like 1 inch away, too far away to get in there to get close enough to shove him. So it didn't work. So I lost. I will.
You lost the game?
I did lose the game.
We have it, gentlemen and ladies. This is the moment Daniel has finally admitted that he loses.
I lost 2 guys. They both died. I did not. I lost. They got removed from the table, and then I brought them back.
You lost. Just say it. Just say it.
I did say it. I lost 2 guys. Actually, I lost 3. I lost my mascot at the end. That was the final blow. The final final action that did end the game,
which meant you lost.
I lost my guys. Yeah.
All right.
I think next time I play against Gary's farmer, I'm going to be a little more prepared and have an idea of what more of how they play and how to mitigate them. And then also I'm thinking I might try to run Blacksmith against them next time, because Blacksmith I think would be a pretty tough play against them.
Yeah,
because
probably.
They're hard.
They're hard hitters.
They're hard hitters. They knock people down a lot. And
yes, I remember.
Knocking the farmers down can be pretty brutal. But yeah.
Yeah, because the way I kind of got around the window situation when I played them is I did the caught in the net.
Yeah.
And
Sharks
legendary play. Right in the beginning of the second round, I did caught in the net and caught majority of Gary's team and reduced Wendell's move to almost nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
he's like a something 5.
Yeah.
Like 5-inch sprint, but he doesn't have a big movement, but he also he gets like a free 1-inch movement by being close to certain characters, I think, and he does.
He has certain things that'll get him moving, but it's there's not many, so he has to be in position. I will say
that based on one little thing that kept me from scoring, I would have made the first goal score. If it wasn't for I would have scored a goal.
There you go.
In the first thing, second round.
Yeah.
Basically, no one scored any points the first round.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't remember if he did a take. No, I don't think he did. No, I think he did do a takeout the first round. So he did score some points, but he didn't score a goal yet. Yeah. So no one scored a goal yet. But my mascot, the Vile Swarm, which is a pile of rats. Yeah. Had the ball, and I ran him over basically to get a first activation score in round 2. And I had it all planned out. It was going to be perfect. Yeah. Because Vile Swarm can charge human players for half the cost. It only costs 2 influence. I could do it for 1. Mm-hmm. And so I loaded him up with 2 influence. I could do a free charge at one of his guys who was right there near his goalpost. He only has a 4-inch kick, so I had to get close.
He had to get close.
I would do that, do a push to push him 2 inches away, so that he wouldn't be able to attack. He wouldn't be engaging me to make it harder. Hindering my kicking, and then I could make a kick on goal. And I would have been fine, except
you actually charged a human.
Jackstraw was the model I was going to charge. Uh-huh. Only to realize, and I meant to check just to make sure, but I didn't. And then I was like, oh, and Jerry's like, yeah, Jacksaw's not human. He's actually a robot.
Yeah,
he's a machination.
Yeah,
like some of the players on the engineers team, and one of them on the alchemists.
Yeah,
but
so your plan was ruined.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I had to just sprint him up. And then I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it work anymore. Mm-hmm. And so
you messed up.
I couldn't do it. And I couldn't score, and then I basically never did.
So you went the whole game, you didn't score a single point.
Yeah.
Gary kicked your butt.
Mm-hmm. Again.
And he won.
I think the farmers are really good. I think now that I had a good helping of its medicine twice, I think I have a better idea of how to play against them, and I think it'll be one of the things, and Gary and I talked about this, is that eventually we're going to figure out how the farmers work, and we're going to be able to circumvent it enough that
I don't know what the problem is. I've only played the farmers once, and I beat them.
Yeah, well, shut up.
And I had only played that team I was playing once. That was the first time I played that team too.
This was the second time I was playing this team.
Yeah, and you lost both times.
Yeah,
and
in my defense, it's a hard team to play.
Yes,
they are a complicated team.
Yeah,
like it is a pro team.
Yeah, they got some tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah, and a lot of them have like special things you need to do it in the right orders, and it's a complicated team.
Yeah,
so
it's very very set up and hit.
Yeah,
and
it's a heavily football team, but you have to do things right, otherwise and it's
and you have to watch certain things happening. If you see certain things kind of, they have to do setups to achieve the deal.
Well,
but if you can pay attention but it's like we talking about. I was talking to Gary a little bit about it. That they're very much they have plan and an action kind of thing. So when you're playing them, you have to be aware of that. But it also they can use that to their advantage. Yeah. They can make you go, okay, if you don't do something, if you don't deal with this, I'm gonna score or do something crazy. And so they can kind of, the farmers themselves can kind of use that to control the other team and make you do stuff, even though you that may not have been part of your plan.
I wasn't talking about the farmers team. I was talking about my team.
Oh.
My team's it's a hard team.
Oh, I was talking about farmers. And they're
maybe. I mean, they might be a hard team. I don't know. I haven't played them. I don't know. I played against them.
Yeah.
And I don't like playing against them.
Oh, okay. But I was on the wrong
I was playing.
page.
Yeah, the team I was playing is a hard team to play.
Oh,
They have a lot of complicated stuff going on. Yeah.
And I've beaten it. So.
Yeah, because that doesn't say anything about the team. It says how well I've got figured it out. And I haven't quite. I'm thinking about kind of rolling back a little bit and switching back to.
You need to maybe retool it a little bit.
I don't. It's a good team. It's a really good team. It's just, it's a hard team to play, and I'm not used to just being playing a straight footballing team. So, and I'm used to like Obelisk, and Obelisk is a powerhouse, and I'm spreading some of that out with this team to other things, and I don't know. So I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna keep trying because I think it could have the potential to be a really good football team.
Yeah.
I haven't quite got there. A lot of my problems has been just positioning. Yeah. Like I found myself several times being like just out of range where I needed to be to do what I wanted to. Yeah. I was just out. Mm-hmm. Like several times I was like 1 inch, 2 inches away from being able to do some really cool stuff, and I was just like, I'm still trying to figure out. That's been the big thing, is like figuring out where to start them on the starting lines and where to like how to maneuver them and get them in the way they need to be.
And that comes with playing them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just need to keep playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying them. And
not jump.
It's not like the first time I played the Farmers, I put together a team that was terrible. Yeah, it was just not a good team. Mm-hmm. It was not a good matchup. I did not synchronize them very well. But this, I think, has the potential to be a really good team. I'm just not playing them very well. Also, Gary's really good at these kind of games, and he's got the Farmers down. He knows their tricks. Yeah. He has the maneuvers down. He knows exactly what he needs to do to get the maximum efficiency out of them. And
I'd like to play the Farmers again. Yeah. And now that because the first time I played it was the first time he played the Farmers. Yeah. And so I think he was playing the Fishermen for the first time. Yeah. And now both of us have had more experience.
Yeah.
Which
he's got him down.
He's played it more than I have, actually.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go against him again and see how.
And he hasn't been. He has not been kind to me. He's kind of got. He's like, well, Dan's played enough games. Hasn't been pulling punches. He's just been going. Yeah. Like.
Which I still make mistakes and stuff, so I'm still learning. Yeah. Because I forget about things that you can do, and so I'm like, while y'all were playing, I was working on my my team, my models, and now I can say I went before this week, I had. Before I had 4 models put together. I had done 2 the first day. Time when I did a little building while y'all were playing, and then that was a couple weeks ago. And then over the weekend before that, I did 2 more models. And then while I was there, I did 3. Yeah, 3 more. So I have 7 models put together.
Okay, they're not based.
They're not based, and they're not painted or anything. Yeah. I was gonna way because I want to get different bases for them because I want to get
like
theme
custom bases,
custom theme bases that I think will fit the fishermen. And which I don't have the money for until this weekend.
Yeah,
got a little late birthday money.
Yeah,
so I'm going to use that to part of that to buy some bases.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use mine to get to order my order the blacksmith. I think that's where it's going.
Yeah, and with the bases, then which I still won't. It'll be a while. Be a while. I forgot how to talk. It'll be a while before I finish them because I think I'm going in the direction like Gary. Yeah. I'm going to paint them before I base them, and then so it'll be a while before I actually put the models on the table.
Yeah, I don't do that. I assemble them, I base them, and then I paint them whenever I have time. But I can play them because they're already based and ready to go. So I put mine together really quickly. Yeah,
and that's the way John does too.
Yeah, I want to get them on the table because that's what in the end that's the part that I want to get into. Yeah. I want to play them. I want to see them on the table. Now, like eventually, I'm gonna paint them,
but to me, I'm like I can play with proxy, paper models.
Yeah,
or whatever,
but I
agree it's not as cool.
It's not as good.
I'm gonna print some, so when me and you just play.
Yeah, so it's a little better.
It'll be better than just playing. Because that's all I've played with it really. Yeah. I haven't actually played with real models yet. So it's not a big deal for me yet. So but I wanna paint. It'll motivate me a little bit to paint them and to do that, and then just just playing with the raw, unfinished ones. So, because I know how I want to paint them, so I want to get to that. Yeah. But that's money too.
And painting models is a lot of fun. Yeah. It's just you got to make time for it.
I was watching John paint some of his.
He does really good. Him and Gary both do phenomenal work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always impressed.
Yeah.
And then I look at mine, I go,
but
he does really fantastic stuff.
Especially with his airbrushing stuff. He
does a good job.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that we played Guildball.
And you lost.
And I did not do well. What else? I've been playing Super Mario RPG. Yeah. I think I'm like halfway through the game.
Yeah. I think you're going through it faster than I did.
I'm going through it pretty quick.
I was just kind of
I'm trucking.
Going and taking my time getting through it.
I have 5 of the 7 stars.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's a little more than half, I suppose. But it gets a little. So the gap between stars gets a little longer toward the end, I think. But
no,
really,
not really.
Okay. Maybe I'm just going through it a lot. Really
consistent. I mean, you're going through the game pretty quick.
Okay. So
I think I took my time.
Yeah.
And I think I finished it.
I didn't think I was going fast, but
how many? You do have the save states, right? It shows how long you've been playing it.
I mostly use the in-game save.
Oh, so you don't have.
But I think it tells you how long it's been running too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I haven't looked. I need to look.
If you do a save state, it shows how many hours you played on that save.
Yeah.
State. Okay. And I think I did it in like 10 to 13 hours, something like that. Somewhere in that range. I can't remember.
I'm sure I will.
I'm sure you are. You're going through it a lot faster than I did. I took my time with it. And just had fun with it.
Yeah. You saying I don't have fun with it?
No, I just take my time. I don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because most time I know if I stop. Generally when I'm playing a game, it's like I take my time with it because if I finish it, then. If I bought a new game, I'm playing the game, and I finish it, that means I have to buy something else. You gotta
play
so
something else.
I try to get as much of my money out of the game as possible because money is tight.
Yeah.
But it's good. I haven't started playing anything on Super NES because I have some other stuff I need to to prioritize. So I haven't jumped into anything because I need to be productive.
Yeah.
And I found it being a distraction.
Yeah. It can be.
Yeah. And it's really easy to just pick up and play. But it is good.
It's really great. Rob got himself one.
Yeah, Rob, our brother.
Rob. He got himself one.
Yeah, he hadn't even played it when we had talked to him.
Yeah, he just got it and hadn't even taken it out of the box, I don't think.
Yeah, he got it on lunch break on last Friday, and then he got off work and came down to hang out with us this weekend.
Yeah, he came
him
and
his
hung
wife.
Yeah.
And so he hadn't even opened it. He was just sitting in the box at home.
Yeah, and then my buddy Max, who's a saint.
Yeah.
He went and got one on lunch, I think.
I don't think he is a saint.
He is a saint.
I mean, just because, to become a saint, there's a process.
Yeah, he's done all of it.
You have to perform.
He has done all of it.
Used to be in multiple miracles. Now I think you only have to do one.
He has performed many miracles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
could go in links about it, but he wouldn't want me to. He's very humble. And so he went and got himself one, which he deserves it. And so he had never played a lot of these games.
Yeah.
So he was jumping into Super Metroid for the first time, and he said he was blown away.
I'm jealous because I've said it. I think I've said it on the show a few times. Where if I could erase my memory of a game, I would love to
I have no desire to do that.
I would love to replay Super Metroid with fresh eyes again, which is why I want another one, a new one that's not a remake or not I want a brand new that's not. It's like Super Metroid that doesn't hold your hand and it just throws you in and you play.
Yeah,
and it has all these secrets and hidden stuff, and it doesn't have a little narrator telling you go to this area.
Yeah,
which is a lot of them do now. And I hate that. So Brad done.
Yeah.
So Max, is he liking it?
Yeah, he's liking it. I think he's been playing through a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow about it. And
which to go to show you that, like we said, don't buy overpriced reselling.
Don't pay more than the
do
retail price.
And I've seen it. We're on the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
There have been at least one or two listed on there for the whole time. Thankfully, they're still there because no one's gonna buy it. For like $120.
Yeah,
I
saw
one
some
for
on like Amazon. I saw one on Amazon for like $130.
I was like, no, don't buy it. There's no reason to it. Obviously, it's not going to be hard to get them.
Yeah, they're rolling more out.
Yeah, I mean,
the time.
Rob works, a full-time job, and
he was able to go during lunch.
Get one. Go during lunch and get one.
We have two friends who just went on lunch and got one.
Yeah, so be patient.
Yeah,
they're there. They're putting them out.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a one and done thing like the NES was, and you have to wait months for it to come back out. They're doing it right this time.
Yeah,
which is
they're doing a good job.
Just be patient.
Yeah. I got a new video game while we're still on video games.
Yeah.
Just today, actually, because Rob was here and he wanted to play some Mario Kart.
Yeah,
so we played a little bit of that, and I hadn't turned on my Switch in a while, so I had to turn it on, charge it, and first thing I did was pull up the Nintendo eShop to see what was available. There's a bunch of stuff there now.
I talked about it, and you were like, "Oh, I didn't know this was out already."
Yeah. Well, you didn't tell me that there was a Picross game. You didn't tell me there was a Picross game.
I totally told you there was a Picross game.
You did not.
I was like, "Hey, Dan, there's a Picross game," and you're like, "Oh, yeah, whatever."
No, it's not. If I've known, I would have been ecstatic. I like Picross.
I know, and that's why I told you. And you were like, "Whatever."
I would have bought it because it was like $8.
Yeah.
But what distracted me before, because right next to it was Golf Story.
Golf Stories, yeah.
And so I've been playing it. I bought it.
It's like, Stardew Valley, but golf.
Yeah, it's like a little kind of RPG, not fully full RPG. You have stats and stuff, but you're going on. It's a little story thing where you're playing golf.
I don't know much about it. I know a lot of people are talking about it, and
it looks like Stardew Valley, except in the pixel art, sprite art type thing, and it's top down golf. Mm-hmm. And I always forget, but every time it comes up in a game, I remember how much I like it. I like golf in games. I have never played a real game of golf in my life, other than putt-putt. I'm a mean putt-putt player. But I have never played a real game.
I would not describe you as a mean putt-putt player.
I'm totally. I used to be a really good putt-putt player.
A neutral putt-putt
I used to be a really good putt-putt player.
That's your memory.
Anyway.
I bet if we really were able to go back and look, you would just be adequate.
Well, if we could go back, if I play now, I'm not out of practice. But anyway, I've never played. Anyway, you're sidetracking the conversation, but I've never played a real golf game in my life. But but it seems like every time a golf game shows up in a game,
Wii Golf.
I did never play that one.
You didn't play Wii Golf?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun.
I don't think I played.
That's the one I played it probably more than any other Wii games.
Yeah,
because it was just fun to play.
But yeah, so I've been playing Golf Story.
Yeah,
and I'm liking it.
Yeah,
I'm liking it.
Yeah,
I'm playing golf.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it's open world kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're wandering around these golf courses, and you can go and like play a 9-hole game of golf, or you can just like walk around and you can just be like tee up anywhere.
Yeah,
you can literally just drop a ball and hit it. And there's like practice holes around. There's also like little puzzles you can do by playing golf. You can throw golf balls at people. You can you just run around and do stuff. And then there's all kinds of hidden little like mini games and little quests and stuff. It's great. It's really cool. And it looks great, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it's only $15.
Yeah, I've thought about it because
I
heard good things.
It's already in the a couple hours I've played it today. It's already easily worth that money now.
Yeah.
Like if it would end in like another hour, I'd be like, it was enjoyable. Yeah. But there's still tons of stuff. I haven't even scratched the surface on it yet. So I'm looking forward to playing it more.
See, I've been tempted by some of the Wii.
Yeah.
Not Wii, Switch.
Yeah.
The Switch eShop games because. But it's
Stardew Valley's on there now.
Stardew Valley is
and
one of the
ones. And it's only $15.
I know. I want to buy it.
If it hadn't been for Golf Story, I might have rebought it on just to have it on the Switch.
There's a couple of games on there, and I'm tempted not to buy my bases for Guildball.
Yeah.
And just buy another little game on my Switch. I'm not gonna paint it for a while. Yeah. It'll probably be a while because I've got a bad paint, and I may just wait and just buy another game on my Switch.
I don't know about that. Maybe you should get to bases so you can finish your models.
Well, we'll see.
I'd like to actually see you finish some models.
Yeah, they're put together.
That's not finished.
Well, it's not finished.
They're not playable. I consider finished, at the very loosest of finished I will accept is you can play with them.
Yeah. Even if they look like shit.
Even if they're just the base metal or plastic, whatever they are. But if you can put them on the table and play them, that is, to me, a form of finished.
Yeah. Well, it's going to cost some money. If you are feeling inclined, you could sponsor my team.
If I'm feeling what?
Inclined.
Like
like
recline?
Yeah, like recline, but inclined. If you are inclined.
If I'm inclined to kindness, is that what you're saying?
If you are inclined to see my team finished.
Oh, I'm not giving you money.
You could invest in or sponsor my team.
No.
And, provide some...
Wait, will you paint my logo on their chest?
I will say this team is brought to you by Dan May. But that is all.
I'll have you paint the Deaf and Dumb logo on them.
And then
like a giant Deaf and Dumb goalpost.
And then I can do that. I mean, we could.
I could totally make one.
I could make one with my 3D printer.
Yeah, you could.
I could make a goalpost.
Yeah. If we were gonna play in tournaments and stuff, that would be a cool thing to do.
That'd be the way to go. Sponsor ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to see it finish sooner, you could. No,
it's not gonna happen.
Kick in some money.
I got my own Guildball stuff to spend money on,
and some bases. Get this thing to get this.
I'm already technically sponsoring it because you've been using my tools sometimes. So
actually, I've used Gary's more than
but
used yours.
I use some of mine.
So technically, Gary's gonna have the big name. Like on the car in NASCAR, they have the big name. That's the person who put the most money. Gary's got the big name. It's gonna say Gary. And then under that, in small, tiny letters, it might be inside the G. It will say Dan.
I would be in the G spot.
Yes. Yeah, if you can find it.
I know exactly where it is.
If you say so. If you say so.
I don't have to say anything, but others have told me.
And you believe them?
I don't associate with liars, except for myself. We played. I did play very briefly. I jumped into it right before this game, before we started recording this, because I heard about it and I went and checked it out. Called Vivecraft. It's I guess technically a mod for Minecraft to run it on a Vive.
Yeah.
So Minecraft VR Minecraft.
Yeah.
And
is it the full game?
Yeah.
It's just
like the game
mod that just lets you.
Yeah. And it's really weird. And the controllers are your arms.
Okay.
You have your little stick arms.
Yeah.
And then you hold up one of them, and it shows the menu where, like, the little the HUD.
Toolbar?
Yeah, the toolbar. It floats above one arm. And then the controls are a little weird. It took me a second to get a hold of them, but they once I kind of started getting comfortable, they make sense. But and it has 2 modes of movement. You can do teleportation, which is what I started with. Well, first off, when I jumped in it, the scaling was off, and so a block was literally as tall as me.
Really?
And I was like, everything is ginormous.
That would be great.
And I was like, this is not right. And so I played around. There was a height button that like set your height, but it didn't change anything. And then I went. There was a scaler, and so I bumped it to 2 times scale, and it was right. I was like, okay, there it is. That's where it's supposed to be.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it was weird because I could actually make myself smaller inside of it. I could make it like where I'm like 10%, and so the blocks would be like, room size.
Wow,
which would be weird.
Yeah.
But you still, like, when you set it to move mode, you still hop out of a block.
Yeah.
So that it didn't
you
quite
can
work.
jump really high, really
high. So I jumped in it and I did teleport mode for a minute, and then I was like, well, let's try out the movement mode, where you just basically you pull the left trigger, and you move forward, move whichever direction you're looking. So you're standing, and you can just turn and you move in that direction, whichever way you're facing.
What if you move around? Do you move?
You move around within the box.
In the area.
Yeah, it's room scale. So I had this room scale, and the whole box kind of moves around, and I can move around within that box. And so it's a little weird.
Because you're not moving, but you're moving.
Yeah, and I did get a little woozy from it. Like, it wasn't bad, but once I realized I think I made a point to like stand still whenever I was moving.
Perfect. Yeah, you just
and then like just turn to move around, kind of live. But there was a moment where I went, ooh, I feel a little funny. And a lot of there's a lot of aliasing going on, so that was making it a little more jarring visually because it is Minecraft.
Yeah.
And so, but it was weird. It wasn't like I was still getting used to the controls, so it wasn't as fluid as just like jumping in Minecraft and playing with the keyboard and mouse. But I was kind of getting the hang of it. But yeah, you have 2 floating arms, and like you hold a pickaxe, and I was a little disappointed I don't swing the pickaxe. At least as far as I know, you don't do it. You just point it at, and there's a little X crosshair thing that you can point that stuff at, and you can use it, and it starts swinging it to break it. But it was interesting.
And it might get there.
Yeah.
Where you can swing to hit.
So I was trying to poke around with it. I played for a little bit, but then like I said, I was like, we need to do the podcast. And then when I got out of it, I was like, ooh,
yeah,
I need
we
a
had
moment.
to wait a little bit.
I said I need a moment to kind of get my head level again, because it was a little mess. It messed with me a little bit, which is saying something, because I don't get motion sick either.
Yeah, I don't either. I've never been motion sick.
Yeah,
so
I think you would learn a little bit of what it starts to feel like when you. But I was like, ooh, okay, this is weird, and so I had to kind of be really conscious of it and be careful. So
at some point this week, I want to try that out.
Yeah, and I want to try it out some more, and especially once I get to the point where I can build like stuff. Built right now, I was just in the middle of a desert, so there wasn't a lot to experience other than just the world around me. But it'd be cool to kind of build some structures and experience moving through them and being inside of stuff.
Set up a roller coaster,
or going into a cavern and seeing what's that like.
Well, you freak out.
I do
with creepers in normal,
and not less with creepers. Creepers are startling, but for some reason, the thrum of a skeleton shooting a bow startled the shit out of me every time it happens.
Yeah,
and I don't know why.
You get startled about that, and that's not even in VR.
No, it's just normal.
I can't imagine you. I'll be sitting over in the other room, and I'll hear, I'll hear a crash as you ran into the wall, trying to get away from it. I know it's gonna happen.
Maybe
it's gonna happen.
Maybe.
Just don't break something.
I don't know. We shall see.
I will update the audience when it happens.
Okay.
We are now on Vivecraft. Daniel broke something. Watch. Because he was afraid.
We shall see.
Day 1. No update. Check back next week. I played Civ VI.
You were playing a bunch today.
Yeah, I was playing it today. I started playing it earlier this week, I think. I can't remember. I think I mentioned last week I was playing it.
Yeah, you were playing it.
I was doing some maps from the workshop.
Westeros.
Yeah, I was doing Westeros map. I did it a second time, and I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Just a fun game.
It's just fun to play on a somewhat familiar map, but you're not sure where you start.
Yeah.
So as it reveals, you're like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then like having some sense of the world.
I like knowing the map.
Yeah.
The procedure-generated map is fun, but and where you're completely exploring everything is fun. But I like having some knowledge of the world, and so the Earth maps and the Westeros, and I think I've done some other ones. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but I've enjoyed it, and I'm doing it in this game. I'm doing something different I've never done before. I'm going for a religion victory.
No, yeah?
Which is you convert everyone in the map to the game, every city to your religion. Yeah. And it's going well.
Yeah. Did you customize your religion?
I did not.
Oh, you should have.
I should have.
You should have.
I'm going to pretend I did.
You totally should.
Well, it is the sitting dog religion.
Shitting dog?
Sitting. He's not dog. Sitting. That is his tail that's hanging below his butt. Uh-huh. See, that was completely made up.
The faith of the sitting dog.
I have the Taoism, Taoism, Taoism. Taoism?
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 I'm not sure.
I'm an American. I'm going to say this wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's the yin-yang symbol, and I picked some random features for my religion, but it's going well because everything I wasn't doing very well otherwise. Yeah. For some reason, I just got stagnated, and I wasn't like my main city hasn't grown. I haven't built anything on it because some reason I just had nowhere to. I couldn't build anything else. Yeah. And I was just like, for some reason, I don't know, I did something wrong. So I was like,
you failed at life.
But I apparently
you were not meant to rule a civilization.
I apparently was on track, doing the right way, and with a lot of holy sites and stuff. So I had you had the foundation for a faith, and so so I was just like, well, I guess this is what direction I'm going. It's the best thing I got. So that's where I fell into it. Like anyone falls into a religion, it just kind of happens.
You just you're
before you know it,
you're drinking. That's a terrible thing.
I hope I didn't offend any of our listeners. But anyway, it's fun. In fact, I probably should have prepped for the show earlier than I did, but I got sucked into the game and I was playing it for a couple of hours. Yeah. And I like it.
Yeah.
It's just a good game.
So I need to go back and play it some more. It's a really good game. But I've also been wanting to play other things, and I have tons and tons of other games to play that I haven't played. So I'm kind of... you got to pick and choose.
They did do some things in it that I've noticed some updates since the last time I played. Used to, it would you would make deals with civilizations, and you would put stuff in the two columns, what they have and what you have, and
what you're offering, what they're offering.
And they would be like, no, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But not much else reason otherwise. Yeah. Well, now it will actually flag what part of the deal they don't like. Yeah. Like, I don't want to give you this.
Okay. What makes them apprehensive or whatever.
Yeah, this little red X will pop up. Or there'll be a red X in their little list and buy it, and they won't give that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, that's nice. I like that. That's cool. Nice little added bonus. But yeah. Yeah, the religious track is interesting. It's different.
It is different.
Because you're not destroying, you're conquering. Well, not even conquering, you're converting.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
So you're on a crusade?
I'm on a crusade. And it's funny, most of the other ones are getting angry at me. No one likes me. Yeah. Everyone hates me.
Nobody likes to have your religious forced upon them.
Yeah. No one likes me, but no one else has strong enough religion to do anything about it. So they're just kind of taking it, and I just converted. That faith. Well, then I met the Aztecs, and they're pretty powerful in their religion.
Oh yeah,
and they're fighting me.
Oh yeah,
I'm a little bit. I'm ahead of them because my faith is strong.
Yeah.
I'm getting 150 something points of faith every round. Every turn.
That a lot?
That's a lot.
Okay,
that's a lot. It takes. To get a unit to buy a missionary with the faith points, it's 200 and something. It goes up as you go, but it's 200 and something.
Yeah.
So
every two turns you can.
Every 2 turns I can buy a new missionary, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I just he came and was trying to convert some cities, and I just flooded them with missionaries. I was like, yeah, you can kill them, but there's 5 more coming. and then he kind of scurried away, and I was like, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. I'm coming for you next. You will believe my weird religion. I don't remember what it is now. It doesn't matter.
Because I always want to customize, because you can rename it and change the names of it and everything.
You have to pick a logo.
Yeah, you can pick one of the symbols, but otherwise you can just name it whatever you want.
And then you pick and pick the pieces of it. Mine, I think, has a growth thing to it, your land expands
what the benefits
faster.
Are. And
the benefits are kind of nice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, cool. We played. We had a bunch of people over because Rob came into town with his wife Sam,
and he was wanting to play board games.
Yeah, he's been wanting to play, so he hadn't played in a while. So we had the Cartwrights over.
Trey,
the third
wife,
man, and his wife Brandy,
and their son was
their
there
son. He who went nuts for we just stuck him. We just stuck him in virtual reality,
basically,
and then left him,
which is where he wanted to be. So.
Yeah, and then I realized I don't have a whole lot of I had a couple of less than child-friendly games.
Yeah.
Like the Rick and Morty games, a little kind of on the edge.
Yeah.
And then accounting, I don't think is appropriate.
No.
But so I had to kind of steer him clear of those. But he had played most of them. But I did let him play I Expect You to Die.
Yeah.
Which he had trouble with. He came to me, he's like, I couldn't do any of them.
Yeah.
And I knew he was gonna have trouble, but I knew he'd at least have fun.
Yeah, I mean he's 7, 8, 7, 8. Yeah. So I mean he's a smart little kid.
Yeah, he's real
sharp. It's a tough
but,
game. Some of the stuff I couldn't figure out.
Some of them it took me a while to figure out. So, and I'm a man grown.
You've been reading Game of Thrones?
I have. I've been listening to the audiobooks. I'm on
Game of Thrones.
Entirely too much. I'm on the third one.
Yeah.
They're 30. The first one was 32 hours. The second one was 38 hours long.
Ridiculous.
And I listened to them on my commute. So if I do nothing but that for my commute, it'll be like an hour and a half.
But that's still only
an hour and a half a day. Plus, if I listen to it at lunch, so there's another hour there. And then I come home sometimes, and I just sit on play app games on my phone and listen to it for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
So I'm on the third one. It's 48 hours. I'm already 9 hours in.
Ugh.
And
see, I'm rereading the books. Because I don't want to pay for the audiobooks.
I haven't paid a thing for. Well, I signed up
a subscription price.
I haven't paid it yet.
But you will.
I will at the end of the month.
Yeah. So. You will pay something.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay anything, so I'm just going to read the old-fashioned way because I own all the books.
Yeah.
And so I'm halfway through the first book.
Yeah. So I'm burning through them. Anyway,
but anyway,
yeah.
Good series.
It's great. But
I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, Rob, and then we're coming in.
Yeah, so I that was part of the reason I went and looked. He told me about a couple of VR games that he had heard. I made sure I'm gonna check some of those out, and I'll report back on that. But one of them he mentioned was Minecraft VR, and I'm like, what? Then I went, and that's how I stumbled on Vivecraft. But and then so Rob came in. The Cartwrights came over. Our buddy Ricky came over, and we played some games.
Yeah. We started out. What did we start with? We started with Secret Hitler?
Secret Hitler, yeah.
No, we played something else first.
No, I think... did we play something else?
We played something else, and I cannot remember. For Sale. We played For Sale.
I forgot about For Sale.
I didn't put it on my list either because I couldn't remember what the first thing we played. Because we started at like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
We were playing games till almost midnight.
Yeah. We played For Sale, which we talked about, which is kind of a bidding game, where
I like it.
A bidding kind of bluffing game where you it's kind of got like a blackjack feel to it.
It's a very light bluffing.
Yeah, but you basically have 2 decks of cards. One's properties starting ranking from 1 to 30, and then the second phase is you have cards that have money values going from 0 to 15,000, and there's 2 of each value. Yeah. And then so basically, first phase is we start with 14 well, it depends on how many players, but you start with so much money, and you're basically bidding in an auction style to try to buy properties as they're dealt out. And so whoever bids the highest gets the highest value that's on the table, and you just cycle through it. And it's really cool.
It's fun.
It's a fun little game. It's real quick. It's real quick. It's real simple. It's real straightforward, and it's really easy to kind of get your head around the mechanics. Yeah. And it was fun.
I enjoyed it too because I won the first game.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't think I won either. I think
I won the first one, and
I won the second one. Did I win the second one?
No,
I came really close.
I lost by like
third. I lost by like
because you had 49 points,
right,
and
then right.
Trey had 50, and Robert,
that's right. I lost by 4 points. That's right.
You thought you done really well.
I did really well.
The game before I had gotten 50 points and won.
Yeah.
And you were like, I got 40 something points and won. And in the next game, I did terrible. Yeah. And you were one of the first ones to say I got this many points, and it was high. I was like, okay, I thought you'd won too.
Yeah,
and
I thought.
And we started chiming off, and
he's like, you
were third.
Well, everyone chimed in, and Trey had 50, and I was like, you beat me by 1 point. And then
Robert's like, I have 53.
Yeah, and then Robert was like 53. I'm like, oh damn.
He
won.
Second time you played.
That's a fun little game. Real simple.
It's simple, quick.
It's so quick and simple, and it plays 6 players.
Yeah.
And it's a good one. And then we played Secret Hitler.
Secret Hitler.
Which because Ricky had never played.
Yeah, Ricky had never played it.
And Brandy,
Brandy had played it. I think everyone else had played it except for Ricky.
Sam hadn't played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were new to it, and we kind of laid it out. And it's so much fun. We've talked about it a bunch on the show.
I have discovered, because up until this weekend, I had never played Fascist.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And
in fact, you led before when I was dealing out the secret roles
because I started doing that.
You were like literally at the beginning. You were like, I just want to make it known that I have never been Hitler. And then who's Hitler? The first game.
I said I'd never been Hitler, and I said I don't think I've ever been fascist, which I'd never been fascist.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
Yeah.
And as many times I play. And then I opened my card, looked, I was Hitler.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
Hitler
I had no idea how to play it. And I was like, okay, if I remember right, I was like, Hitler needs to play just liberal.
Yeah, act like a liberal.
Act like a liberal. So I just played it like I normally play. Yeah. And it went bad.
Yeah.
Liberals, just sweeped it.
Yeah.
It was like...
They happened a lot in the 3 games we played. It seemed like the liberal votes policies got passed a lot really quickly.
Yeah.
It always seemed we came down, we had like 4 of them already passed, and then it was just like kind of a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
But
one part of it was I had no idea who my fascist buddies were.
Yeah, we were playing with 7 players, and in which case Hitler is basically blind. He does the other fascists know who he is, and they know who each other are, but Hitler doesn't know who the other fascists are.
Yeah.
Hitler's just like, I'm busy being Hitler.
Yeah, pretty much. And I had no idea who my people were. And problem was, I was chancellor early in the game.
Yeah.
And Robert was the president. He gave me the cards. Well, he gave me a choice between liberal and fascist, and I was like, well, I'm going to pick liberal.
Yeah,
because
so you don't blow your cover.
So, I don't want to draw attention to me. It was like the second policy, maybe the third, I don't know. And I was
early game.
Yeah, early game. So I was like, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to win some favor. I'm like, so I draw attention. Because I didn't know who Robert was.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Robert was one of my fascist people. And if I had known, I could have played fascist, and he would have backed me up.
Yeah.
That, I didn't get a choice.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want to do that, and then them being like, no, I gave you a choice, and then I'd have attention on me, and I don't need that. I'm Hitler. I don't need attention. I need to rule. And didn't go well.
So the fascists did not win the first game.
Yeah.
The second game, I was a fascist, and Sam was Hitler, and I believe we won. Did we win? It seemed like we won.
Yeah.
It came down to you had to pick someone to be chancellor, and you were kind of down between picking me and Sam, and then
that's the game that I was a fascist too, right?
No, you
weren't.
weren't.
Because we played 3 games.
Yeah. No,
And,
the last game,
I
was Hitler and you were a fascist.
I was a fascist.
But the one before that, Sam was Hitler and I was a fascist, and I think Brandy was the other. Brandy had been killed.
Yeah, and I was being manic,
you were a liberal and you were president. You were next to the president.
Really
and
no idea.
Yeah, you weren't sure what to do.
And so I was just like going off some theory, and then flipped like 3 times. Who I
you
thought
started
was
off
fascist.
like not trusting me and thinking Ricky was good, and then out of nowhere,
because Ricky had looked at your car, or no,
he had checked my loyalty and claimed that I was a fascist.
Oh no! He said he told you. He gave you. He said he gave you a choice, and you said no. He didn't give.
No, he didn't give me a choice.
And so I was like, oh okay, liar.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you were just like, I believe you, and you suddenly thought Ricky was a fascist, and I wasn't. And I was like, "Oh, good."
The vote before that happened was Ricky, Trey, and Brandy. All 3 voted it down, and I didn't understand why they voted it down. I was like, "They're all fascists," and it clicked to me. And I was like, "They're the fascists." So,
and the only person in that group who was Brandy.
Yeah. And then it just got flipped on its head again because Trey killed Brandy, and I was just like,
"What just happened?
They were all supposed to be fascists. Why would he kill her? Unless she's trying to keep. I don't know." And then I had lost control of it at the point, and so it just got crazy.
Yeah, so you suddenly were trusting me, and then basically gave me the chancellorship. Basically, you were like, I'm going to either give it to Sam or me, and I was a fascist, Sam was Hitler. If you gave it to Sam, we won. If you gave it to me, we won.
Yeah, it just went bad.
Yeah, it just went bad, and so I was like, okay, yeah. And so we ended up winning, and then I was Hitler in the last round, and it didn't go well.
No,
I could not get that. You were a fascist, and you telegraphed to me
that
you were on my side
with you, and let you know who the other fascist was.
And it didn't go well,
and it just went bad.
It went really bad, and there was not a lot we could do to stop it.
It was just placing wise, and how it kind of turned around.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
But great game. I love that game.
Yeah.
Because you really, as much as you try to nitpick and figure out what it is, there's really no way to know anything.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
It's cool. It's a role play, a hidden roles game, much like Avalon or Werewolf or but because it has the policy mechanic and the presidency just rotates around.
Yeah.
It has a lot more. It has a bit of a randomness to it, but that's also at the same time it keeps you from falling into the same roles.
The argument for being a fascist or not being a fascist is perfectly balanced.
Yeah,
and it's really well done.
Yeah,
so
it's
makers
good.
of that game.
I like
good
it.
Job.
It's such a great game, and our set's beautiful because it comes in a wooden box. We had the special edition, which they sent, which we really appreciate.
Thank you very much again.
Yeah, and but yeah, it's a great game. We also played.
Sushi. Oh well, we played
Bang, the dice
game, which is good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Much better version than the other version.
Yeah, I've never played the other one.
I played it, and I remember something weird about it, but
I liked that game a lot. I did terrible.
I
died
horrible.
First.
You killed yourself both times.
I not intentionally,
well,
but yeah, I kept rolling arrows. And because I think the way it works is you roll an arrow, you take an arrow out of the middle arrow pile, and if there's no more arrows left, then
everyone who has arrows
the
takes
Indian
damage.
attack happens, and everyone takes damage based on the number of arrows they have.
Yeah.
Well, I always ended up with a bunch of them, and then it kills me.
Yeah.
The first game happened. First game, I was an outlaw in both games.
Yeah.
And the outlaws are out to kill the sheriff. I went second, and I was just like, shoot. Trey with the sheriff, I shot at him immediately, and then everyone came at me, and then so I was weak, and then I rolled a bunch of arrows and died.
Yeah.
The second game, I was trying to play pretty quiet and incognito, and I just got killed by a bunch of arrows.
You just kept rolling.
I just kept rolling tons of them, and then I died, and I'm like, I was the first one to die in both games.
Yeah.
I was also tired and a little drunk, and so I didn't really mind. It got me. I went and laid on the couch and kind of started dozing.
Yeah, and then after we played Sushi Go, which we've talked about on the show.
Yeah.
Ricky had never played it, and he really enjoyed it.
It's a fun
little quick game. We played 2 rounds of it.
Yeah, it's really great.
I will probably be getting Destiny 2 soon.
Yeah.
Because I found it cheap somewhere. There was a place that had like a used versions or something for like half price. So I'll probably be grinding it soon. So maybe in a week or so I'll be talking about Destiny 2.
Yeah. I may try to jump on your copy at some point just to play, because I was listening to the Penny Arcade podcast, and they were talking about Destiny 2, and I'm like, and I've been kind of on the fence, like, I don't want it. I like Destiny, but I don't. But they were talking about it, and all it made me do is want to play Destiny 2.
Yeah, so that could be coming down the tube.
Yeah.
I think we're running low on time, but I was going to run through some news that
sure.
really want just to talk about. Halloween is coming up, so the Overwatch
Halloween events going on.
Halloween events.
I need to update it and play it. Because
the skins are really cool.
Yeah, some more really great Halloween. Symmetra's has a dragon skin that looks fantastic.
Yeah, there's some all of them are.
And I like
kind of ran through them today,
lot, so I kind of want to get on and play that one.
Yeah, so go check that out. It's pretty cool.
Zenyatta's got a weird Cthulhu one going. It's cool.
That one's pretty badass. Yeah. Robert really wants it. Yeah, and he's been working hard to get it.
Yeah.
South Park, The Fractured Butthole comes out this week. Fractured Butthole is coming out this week, the 17th, on Tuesday.
I've not played any of the South Park game. I
hear good things about this one. And the last episode of South Park, which I didn't watch, but is a prequel to the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But here's the thing, it's not really a prequel. They actually make a joke on the episode where it's like, this is not a prequel. This comes out before the game comes out. So this is the first.
Yeah.
So they kept calling it a prequel.
The game is a sequel.
Yeah. It's a meta thing with it. It's great.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. There's some stuff with the Nintendo trademark, but we don't really have time to get into that.
Yeah.
We may talk about that later.
Yeah.
Shadows of War came out last week.
Oh, yeah,
The Shadow of Mordor sequel.
Yeah.
Shadow of War came out.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is the PC version, 100 gigabytes.
Whoa.
Huge download.
That's big.
And apparently it default comes with the 4K video.
Oh. So it's big.
It's big. But you can, if you have low internet like us and you want the game on PC, it's smaller on console, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you start downloading it, and then you can go after you start downloading, you can opt out of the 4K, so it drops it down to like 64.
Yeah,
so a little
which
more
is more like
normal
games.
Yeah, normal PC. Yeah. Or closer to the normal PC
of that caliber.
Yeah, and I was like, good lord, that's
a lot. That's a lot of gigs. That's a lot of ones and zeros.
Yeah, and so there's a board game, the Portrayal on the Haunted. The Portrayal
at House on
the Hill.
On the Hill.
Yeah,
I always think it's Haunted Hill, but
I always think so too. The extra H seems natural.
It seems, it just should be Haunted Hill.
Yeah. But there's a new version of it.
Oh yeah.
That's out.
Okay.
It's called Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah,
I remember. Fantasy version.
Yeah, like set in
the Wizard Coast. Baldur's Gate D&D setting.
Yeah.
So
is Baldur's Gate in the Forgotten Realms, or is it in the?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know enough about it.
I can't remember. I should know that, but I don't remember.
So it's a fantasy version of Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $50. It's out. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's a little cheaper on Amazon, but
Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, and it's like you're playing basically D&D characters going to stop.
That's a cool idea. I like that idea. I'd like to play that version. What's it called?
It's called Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
At Baldur's Gate. You told me that.
Yeah.
I just thought would be a really cool version. A Rick and Morty version.
Oh, like you just go through a portal and you don't know what you're into. And that would be great.
Yeah,
and they'd be real tongue in cheek.
And maybe because you have like the old man.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just write me a check and go do it.
Yeah, with something you don't have the license for.
Yeah,
either game.
But I'm just an ideas man.
Yeah, and you put it on the show, so now everyone's going.
Yeah, but we know this is my copyright.
So that's a really good idea, actually. Yeah. It's not bad. And you have portals.
It's just a portal. You've gone through a portal to a random dimension. You got to figure out what it is.
Yeah, and find a way out.
Yeah. And then because it's multiple dimensions, you could die.
Yeah.
That
would be good, because you could have the whole family.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the characters. Yeah. And, so you got the dumb guy.
Yeah.
And then the father, Jerry, and then the smart scientist is Rick, and the kid.
The old man in the original version, he could just be Rick.
Yeah.
And, they're kids, so you got Morty, and, I think it would work really well.
That's might be your best idea ever.
I'm a genius.
You might as well just hang up the.
No, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna try to.
You're gonna get the next best thing ever.
I'm gonna keep trying. I told you.
That's all I really want to talk about.
Okay.
So,
well, we played a lot of stuff.
We did.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm gonna just keep playing Super Mario Metroid.
Yeah.
Not Super Mario Metroid.
Super Mario Metroid. That would be a weird crossover.
Yeah. Super Mario RPG.
They should just take Super Metroid and just stick Mario in there and see how well he does.
That would have been a good name for last week's episode, Super Mario Metroid.
Yeah.
But wow.
Super Mario Metroid RPG.
Super Mario Metroid RPG. Please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. And top of the page, you can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes. You can also follow us on the podcast app if you have it, or Google Play, wherever you want. You can also please follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and you have your Instagram. There's, just keep up with it. Please go on and rate us and review us. Say nice things. That would be great. We'd appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.